The reason I'm against 7 and 8, so we won't have to discuss it in number 8, is that that road, if we approve this stuff, we're going along with the concept of being a freeway, and they can take 15 more feet on each side of the road. That means that the private businesses that are there will have to give up 15 feet of their land for free to our road district. And I don't think that's a good idea. You know, and anyone that does, God bless you. But I don't want people taking my stuff and not paying me for it.
County Board Member O'Gall.
Thank you. I see that Brian is here today. I was wondering if he could help give me a little more familiarity as to what are we looking at here for both 7 and 8, and when they expect the project to start, and what the extent of it is.
Good morning, folks. I'm Brian Gieske. I'm the Assistant County Engineer at Will County DOT. So looking at items 7 and 8, those are for supplemental professional engineering services with Terra Engineering. Terra is a consultant company that's working with the county on phase 2 services. Phase 2 is our design stage. So this is for additional monies to pay our consultant engineer for design of the project. It's not directly related to anything about land acquisition or obtaining property. So number 7 is the actual agreement for the supplement, and then 8 would be the funding because we're using motor fuel tax. That'd be the funding for that supplement.
And so the design would include, do you know what you're looking at?
The design would be for the roadway and anything needed to improve the roadway.
So it could include turn lanes, things like that. Is that what we're looking at?
The basic design for West River Road, only from Coal City up to Route 53, is still keeping one lane in each direction and adding a turn lane, I believe up in the northern parts that does have where the businesses are in Wilmington.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And it wouldn't leave yet, Brian. I think you're going to have another question here. County Board Member Ballage.
So what you're saying is that the design is not going to include taking an extra 15 feet of land from anybody?
So design is for paying people to come up with the plans. Land acquisition is a separate process.
Well, that's what I'm asking, because if it's including the 15 feet on each side, I'm not in favor of it. That's all I wanted to ask you. Does design include the 15 feet? I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just got to know how I can vote.
There is additional land that's needed for the project.
Sorry, I'm going to have to vote no.
County, can Brian, anyone else have questions for Brian? You do. Okay, County, our Chair, Speaker.
Something. There was a statement made that the government takes property from homeowners, businesses, et cetera. I just want a clarification. It's my belief that the county never does take property from anyone. They always purchase it. Is this true?
We do use fair market value and come up with we negotiate a price with the owners, and then those owners are paid fair market value. That's our standard procedure.
County Board, I'll come back. County Board Member, no. Okay, does anyone else have a question for, you have another one, Mr. Ballage? Okay.
Yeah, when you said that they don't take any land without eminent domain or quick take, what about all these properties that come before us and talk about donations? That in order to get a driveway put in, and I remember 2 cases, they had to donate a whole bunch of their land to put a driveway, donate a bunch of their land. So what you just said is partially true, not totally true. So donations are when you tell them if they want something, they have to give you their land. And that's happened twice that I remember. There's probably a lot more than that.
I don't know the specifics in front of this group about your question, but there are occasions we have a permit process, and that might imply a donation or an improvement that has to be done paid by the property owner, but this is designed for a highway improvement, so. But also in regards to fair market value and possible donations, I mean, if the agreement is that the property might have zero value, then the transaction could happen without any financial change.
County Board Member Berkowitz.